Welcome back to Beyond the Margin, where we amplify the bold voices of young Africans, building change from the ground up. Today's episode is for the hustlers, the dreamers, and the doers, young entrepreneurs across Africa who are creating jobs, solving problems, and transforming their communities. But there's a question many of them have: where is the funding? We are diving into the realities of access to finance, what's working, what's broken, and how youth are navigating the gap. I'm your host, Nimi Sire, and I'm joined by some remarkable young people from the African Youth Panel in Nigeria. But before they introduce themselves, the African Youth Panel is an initiative in partnership with Trust Africa and MasterCard Foundation, bringing together dynamic youth panelists to explore participatory action research, community mobilization, and inclusive development as pathways to solving Africa's youth employment challenge. Now let's dive into this conversation. Can you introduce yourselves, tell us about your business or the initiative you're running, and what inspired you to start the journey? Toby, can you go first?
Okay, my name is Abu. I'm from Oyo State. So I did into video editing and photography. So
thank you. What inspired you to start this initiative?
Inspiring to start that journey for a tech is that, before I start, I get this talent where we say I get this talent where we say that snap someone or video someone. So before I go into that piece, I don't do all this small editing and all those things. Yeah. So people are they always tell me, say, okay, guy, why not just go into this thing? So it really helps you. Since now something where you get the talent, so the mind to do is done there already. Say if you want to do something, if you don't get the mind, it will not be positive.
Yeah.
So since I get the mind, and I'm pushing towards it. So that's what's inspiring me.
Thank you so much. What about you, Uduak?
Okay, my name is Uduak Uwemokon.
Yeah.
Okay, I own Udilin Fresh Essential, which I do production of soaps, both liquid and bar soaps. I produce personal care products and also home care products. Okay.
What inspired you to start this business?
What actually inspired me to start this business was, as a young person who is not formally employed due to one challenge, I needed something to rely on. I needed income. So I decided on, acquiring this particular skill. And also it was the time for the training was short and, the training fee also was late. So that's what gave me the inspiration to go into acquiring this particular skill.
Thank you. Now let's move into funding, and we'll continue with you, Uduak. When you first needed funding for your business, what was your experience?
Okay, the experience was not that beautiful. It was not beautiful at all. It was bad because I didn't see anyone to, ask for help to help me, give me funding. I had the passion. The passion was there.
Yeah.
Seeing all these products, using them. I had this passion. How will I be able to make this? I need to know how to do this. So I now, ask my bank if they could loan me a certain amount so I could pay for the training fee. It was not that much. It was just 10,000 naira as at then for the soap, skill. But I couldn't get the loan from the bank, maybe because I didn't have any money in my account. And also I had to look for all this microfinance, asking them if they could loan me some money so I can start up something. And the limit they gave to me was not that impressive, so I had to ask my sister to help me, and she assisted me with part of the money. So I had to get the little loan from this microfinance and add to what my sister gave me to start up, to go into learning this skill.
So sorry about your challenge, and I'm glad you eventually got help. What about you, Samuel? What was your experience?
My experience is say, if you want the line we are there into, if you want to go into it, either you have a laptop or even before the world has advanced, it is only laptop that you can use to do all those kind of things. But everything don't advance now. You can use your phone. What you can do on your system, you can also do it on your phone. So I try to get a good phone, a smartphone that can use to be learning those things. But it is very challenging. Like, I don't have the phone to, phone is more expensive now. So I ask friends that I know they can help. If they can help me with some certain amount of money, I also apply loan from all this online loan.
Right. Thank you, Samuel. You've shared your experience about your challenge in accessing finance. How do you think access to finance and funding can help improve the businesses of young people like you in Nigeria? Good luck.
Okay. If young people could get funding that they need at the time that they need the funding, I believe it will go a long way to help them. Some of them, they will need to register their business in order not to be harassed by security agencies.
Yeah.
Some of them, there are basic equipment that they will need to acquire.
Yeah.
Some of them, they need a space that is good and is good to go for their businesses. And some of them, they will need to, at times they will need some money to, feed and all of that in order to focus.
Thank you. Samuel, how do you think access to funding would help the businesses of young Nigerians?
Okay, access to funding. Our government used to talk, say Nigeria youth are lazy, which we are not. We are not lazy. I don't think Nigeria youth, we are the most hardworking for this entire world, because they also. So we get some of what we say, we get passion, we get this wisdom. We say if you use strategize business like this, there are some people get business oriented. Maybe say, but funding be the problem. There are some business we say if you not get capital, no fee.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So if youth are able to get funding, it will really, really help a lot.
Thank you. What advice would you give to other young people who are trying to fund their dream like you, Ludwig?
Okay, my advice to young people out there is for them to stay focused, be encouraged, encourage yourself, and also ask questions. You need someone to lean on, ask someone if you need help. First of all, ask someone if they could help you. If they cannot help you, then you look for alternative way, maybe assessing some, fundings from microfinance. And also they have to make research. You have to go into research, but because there's some businesses nowadays that you can start up even without, going to acquire the physical training. You can, use your phone. This Android phone now that we are using, you can use your phone to acquire a skill from the comfort of your home. I am speaking out of experience. There are some products that I'm producing now that I didn't even, go to someone to teach me, but rather I use my phone. I make research, I study about those chemicals that I'm working with, in order to know the safety precautions and how to produce quality products.
Thank you.
So I think they should, make research and also ask questions.
Thank you. Samuel, what's your advice to young people?
My advice to young people is, first of all, know what they do. Know they use mouth do things. And if you need help, try if you there among of people, or maybe there are some certain set of people within your area where say, okay, all these people them guys.
Yeah.
But you go to think, say share all this on the fear,
Yeah.
Don't just assume, don't judge.
Yeah.
Try to talk to people. When you talk for now, then you go know. So at least you try your best.
Yeah.
So if they no help, but this thing, try to talk and what don't advance now. Like like anything, like everything don't the internet. There's nothing where you go on that internet where if you see. Even there's anything that when you want to know.
Yeah.
If you go on, that's when you have your smartphone. So that is very good to have it. Very good. If you have a smartphone, if you go on YouTube, search anything, it could bring out to you.
Yeah.
So
thank you. So now let's say there's a global investor who wants to give you 100 million naira for your business. What would you tell this person in 30 seconds? 30 seconds.
Okay. I'll get fundings, because my business, I'm finding it very interesting.
Okay.
And it's helpful.
Okay.
I'll get the fundings, invest it in my business, get the basic equipment that is lacking me at the moment.
Yeah.
Get a better warehouse for my business,
Thank you. What would you say to an investor in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Yes.
I will say I will get some high quality cameras and all these, some are drone. So if I can see that drone, you see that in my mind, like if I can see that drone and I learn it, of course I could not start doing it before I can even, okay, so if I don't start, if I get that drone, so it really help me because that thing is really fetching people money.
Yeah.
So I will go into get some quality tools that can advance my work.
Thank you, Samuel. So now, can you just tell us briefly about your experience as African Youth Panelist in Nigeria? Just briefly, what has your experience been? Samuel, tell us.
My experience so far, first of all, this initiative has really helped me even more than I can imagine, to be very, very honest. First of all, I'm this kind of someone that has a low self-esteem. I don't know if I should call it a low self-esteem. Okay. In terms of meeting new people, like I don't have this courage to, this person, I can learn from me, but to go and meet that person, I find it so very difficult. And for me to face a lot of crowd, like amidst of person, like I would be very, very anxious. Like in some meaning, I feel no know what I will say. So this initiative have really helped me to develop my courage, and in terms of funding, has really helped me a lot to upgrade this my skills.
Thank you.
So
what about you, Udra? What has your experience been?
Ever since I was onboarded into this initiative, the help I get from the stipends has really gone a long way, to help me get some equipment that I didn't used to have. And it has also helped me acquire some, get to buy products, my products in my, those chemicals I use in my production in large quantity. Now I can produce quantity more than before and make supply to shops and wherever I used to make supplies to. So the initiative has really, really helped me because this help came to me as at the point I needed help the most. Like I am very serious and I am very, very grateful to this great foundation. The stipends has really helped me go a long way. I've been able to register my business, due to, for some reason that I was harassed by security agencies, for not having a registration number for my business. For my kind of business, you must have a registration number. And also, I could not afford all those things. But right now, through the help of MasterCard Foundation, Trust Africa, and Invictus Africa, I've been able to, register my business, acquire some equipment. I've even rented a shop now that I will move my production from the house to the shop because some of the chemicals I work with, they're very dangerous, So I've been able to acquire a lot through this help. And I am very, very grateful. This is me saying thank you so much for all that you do for us.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Margin. Expect the next episode and don't forget to share this with your folks.